girl talk tonight. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dash. So, okay, I also realized I was a little far away from the mic in the last video, so sorry. Okay, but we shouldn't have those issues anymore. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe. I need to get into like the flow of saying that. So yeah, if you're new here, subscribe. Welcome to the family. Welcome to where shit gets done and shit gets fun. Okay, didn't know that rhymed, but yeah. So for today's video, I wanted to do like a girl talk vibe instead of just like straight up tips, but it is tips, of course, because duh. But I wanted to do it related to something going on right now in my life, right? And what's going on right now in my life is, your girl finding balance between her dating life, her personal life, her business life. Everything is thriving. I'm thriving right now. So I'm like, I need to give them a dating video, but I need to give them a specific dating video. So I wanted to give y'all this specific video talking about some things that you just need to know. Like, you just need to know your level up journey. I think it's relevant. I think these tips are like A1, like all my other ones. So I'm like, let me give y'all these specifically. The name of this video is I'm here for a good time. Okay, I didn't tag on the end, like, because I had a whole moment with Suge today. I was talking, like, yeah, girl, I'm just here for a good time. I act like I'm here for a long time. I mean, no, I act like I'm here for a good time, but not a long time. But I'm here for a long time, too. But the energy is I'm here for a good time. Okay, so I'm finna show y'all how to have a good time. Let's get into this video. So real quick, all the coaching options that you need if you're interested in coaching, want to learn more about my app, want to get in the app for free, everything you need is below in the description box. If you want to work with me one-on-one, yeah girl, the application is in the description box as well. And all the dating sites, if you're on dating sites that I currently recommend, are in my description box below. Now, what drove me to doing this video is because my dating life is very different now. Obviously, we know my past, you know what I'm saying? But this shit is a little different. It's like I am literally dating as a different person, a different version of myself. And like, I'm dating like to find hubs now. Like hubs has to make sense. Like, I don't do second dates if it doesn't make sense. Like, that's the energy. And like on a deep level though, like beyond just like what you can give me, what can you give me all around? You know what I mean? Are you hubby material is the energy. So I'm moving real different with my dating life, and it's fun and it's exciting, and I just want to go over a few things with y'all and maybe have a little girl talk with this, but also allow you to use my tips in your dating life, because I mean, one thing about me, I'm always gonna get what I want. So number one, stop overthinking, overanalyzing once you know what you need to know. Okay, so I said this before. I don't know. I think I was talking about it in my mastermind group. Yes. So the Sexy Summer Mastermind is the mastermind that's currently taking place, and it is just so good. I love it. I love the group of women in it. It's perfect. And one thing we were discussing was like dates, and I was basically explaining how I go about dates like differently than like most people. Like, a lot of people want to know a lot of information about the person before the first date, right? A lot of people have asked me, like, do I need to have a phone call with him? Do I need to talk to him? What I need to say, whatever, right? So me personally, the men that I attract now, I don't have to question the worth, how much money they got, the career. Like, I mean, literally, I naturally am attracting men who just have as much going on as me, right? So the thing I need to know is like the generosity level, the energy level before the first date. Those are things that are on my personal checklist, because I know what I'm attracting, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm meeting people. It's all set up in the back end. So it's one of those things for me. I have a few check marks that I need to check off before I agree to go on a date. Once those check boxes are checked off, I'm not fixing to be wanting to text him all day. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to do none of that shit, because my actual like presence is way more valuable in person. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a date, because I'm just like, whatever, you just anybody when I'm just like texting or talking to you or whatever. But now I'm in front of your face. Now I can read your body language. Now I can know when you're lying or when you're telling the truth. Now I know the questions that I'm asking you and what makes you comfortable and what makes you uncomfortable. Now I can really read your energy and know who I'm dealing with. So I don't want to have too much of a conversation with somebody before the first date. I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to know too much information. I need to know what you really got going on career wise and how your day-to-day looks like, the amount of children that you have, if you have any children, because no children is the vibes for me, just keeping it a stack with y'all. And I need to know like your past experiences with women. Like, why are you single? I would ask somebody why are they single, especially, and I always ask it in such a cute way, depending on the specific person. It's always an ego stroke for me to get my answer out of them. You know what I'm saying? So once I know, it's like two other things too. But once I know those things, I don't need to talk to you until I'm in front of your face. I don't have time to waste doing that. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is me talking from a boss babe essence, you know? Even a person that, like, I'm really moving into a soft business life, you know what I mean? Like, everything is getting into flow, everything is being delegated, everything is happening, you know? So even as a woman who does have time, like I have time in my schedules that is just meant on me chilling, vibing, doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's my time for me to continue to grow on the personal level that I'm growing on. Not for me to take somebody new and insert them into so much time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, once I establish a connection with somebody and I start dating them, that's one thing, you know? But with people that I'm like interested in getting to know, I'm not doing all this talking and getting to know you and shit before the first date. That's stupid and it's childish, and like people who really have a lot going on don't really have time to do that. Yes, if you want to have that initial conversation, like, you know, I've had that before, but honestly, y'all, I'm telling you this from the extent of like the type of men I'm dating now, which are the type of men we would want to keep. Like, the conversations is like usually the first brief introduction, like, you know, maybe he asked for my number out and now we're talking, getting to know each other, learning a few things about each other, what each other might do for a living, what each other are like interested in, like what they see as fun. Like, one big thing always with the people I date are the connections in the restaurants. Like, I love a fine dining establishment, bitch. You better know it, okay? So like when that usually comes up in the conversation, they're asking like, you know, oh, have you been here or whatever. So we done made our little bond. Okay, cool. They like to eat on that type of time too, whatever. Everything else, I'm too skilled to sit here and waste time getting to know you over the phone because a man can say anything. I want to be in front of your face. I want to be in front of your face. And I want you to get your confidence to the level where you feel the same way. Once you know what you need to know that this date is worth you attending, wait until the date, because that's the worst thing. Like, some people be like, I don't know what to talk about on a date. Yeah, because you asked this man so many damn questions before the date. Like, save some conversations for the date. And I feel extremely strong about that because body language and the way people respond to certain things, you can learn so much. Like, you can learn somebody's whole like personality, weaknesses, everything along those lines if you learn how to read body language and ask the right questions. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, so number two, ask questions that interest you about their behavior or physical attributes. I put, for example, if there's an awkward moment, I'll ask what that was versus avoiding talking about whatever it was that happened that was awkward. Okay, so now let me go back to why I called this video I'm here for a good time, not a long time, right? Or not even a long time. I'm not even going to add that because that's not part of my statement. My statement is I'm here for a good time. Me, I'm in this authentic era. I'm coming to y'all more authentic than I ever have. I'm creating things bigger than I ever have. I'm dreaming bigger than I ever have. I'm manifesting bigger than I ever have. I'm literally making shit happen in my business that I want to make happen in my business. I'm doing all this shit off the strength of me being authentic, trusting myself, trusting the guidance of God in the universe. I'm doing that shit, right? So what I can't do is play the role as heavy as I used to play the role, because I'm in my real divinity now. It's different than me just tapping into the character that I need to be for that particular guy. I don't have that effort anymore, okay? Hence why I'm not even interested in like Sugarland, because when you in Sugarland, you playing a character constantly, consistently. Even like if you don't really peep that you playing a character, you are. You know what I'm saying? You're basically tailoring yourself to that specific person energy wise so that you can get all the things you want out of him without having to do much. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm beyond that. So if some weird shit happens or something feels awkward that makes me feel off or awkward, I'm going to say something about it. I'm going to bring it up. Like, oh, what was that? Ooh, did that make you uncomfortable? Ooh, like, I mean, I'm a slick bitch, like 100%. And everything comes out my mouth so smooth that you wouldn't even be bothered or think nothing of it. You'll feel comfortable telling me whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my whole point in this specific tip is, like, don't let the shit skate. If this ain't finessing, you ain't finessing, you dating with purpose, you really trying to get to know a guy, you really could see yourself with a future with this guy, you can't let shit skate. You're not playing a character, because at the end of the day, the mask falls off. So, like, don't be so heavily under your mask when it comes to things like that are like important to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? This tip all around is based in authenticity. Like, be honest. Like, I'm trying to give y'all, trying to give y'all another example other than the one that was in my head, but I'm gonna just give y'all this one because it's the best one I come up with. So I went to Putt Shack with I don't even want to be specific about who it was. But somebody that was very relevant to my little journey, dating journey here in Miami. And like I did some crazy shit and like hit the ball so fucking hard and it like flew through the whole damn thing. If you know Putt Shack, you know each one got the little station set up. So I hit the ball hard as hell and it like flew and then it goes around and it lands in the hole in one. And he like loves golf, so he's so excited and like runs up to me and is like hugging me and like you could tell he like wanted to kiss me, right? And we was like at that phase in the relationship, like we been and kissed and shit. So it's like he wanted to do it, but he didn't want to fucking, you know, do too fucking much or like go beyond, like, you know, because we're still fresh, like, but we still hadn't kissed, so it wasn't gonna be weird. It just was gonna be weird, like, you know what I'm saying? So either way, we went on throughout the day, you know, whatever. I ain't put no pressure on it in that moment. But then later on, he was like all in his feelings, like talking about like how he feel when he see me. Like every time I see you, I just want to kiss you right away. And like I want you to feel comfortable with me doing that and da 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 da. Right, random. But and he had a little drink, you know what I mean? But you know that's how you get men when they get to talking when they had a little drink. So he said that, and so in that moment I was like, you wanted to kiss me when I hit that ball at Putt Shack, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, so why didn't you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because that was something that I was wondering in my head, but at the same time I knew why he didn't, but I wanted to hear him say it. So like that's an example of like something like most people would just let that skate or like let that go. And like me and finesse land somebody doing something weird like that, yeah, like ew, what the fuck, you know? But like this is my man. The fuck? So I'm fixing to ask him like what the fuck was that? So don't be afraid to say what the fuck about shit that's like what the fuck. You know what I mean? Okay. Hopefully that one made sense. But I feel like that was a really good one because most people would just be afraid to speak up and like speak the fuck up, because like at the end of the day the people that's for you are gonna have to be with you, you know? And I know me, I needed to know, you know what I mean? Certain things I just need to know. So number 3, remember to focus on memorable and exciting versus planning for the future. So your goal for every date shouldn't be you walking into it thinking this could be my husband, even though at the same time obviously that's the back end thought because we're not dating for no reason. But you shouldn't be thinking about your tailored future with this specific person when you haven't even gone on the date or haven't gone on several dates to like know if that's really like the person that you want to be with. So the best thing to do is go into dates with the energy of memorable and exciting. You want to feel good. One of the things on here, and I'm gonna get there, but like memorable and exciting are like key. Like I want to feel good as fuck. I want to be excited on this date, excited to go on this date, and then I want this date to be something fun and worth me remembering. Like I have so many dates I forgot about, and then I have so many dates that I will never forget. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the element of every date I go on, it has to be an unforgettable experience. It has to be worth my while, even if I never see him again. You know what I'm saying? So focus on your dates being memorable and exciting. And if they continue to grow, because things are always going to happen as they're supposed to happen already. So all you have to do is show up as your best self. Focus on having a good time. And that's actually one, and I'm going to get to that one specifically. The next one is embrace spontaneous opportunities when they make sense. So this was something that like I still don't recommend. Not even finna sit here and act like I recommend this shit, because I don't. But I had been talking to this guy for a while, and like I had just got out of a situation with somebody else, so he was just like really somebody to just kind of like distract me from like getting over that one situation. And you are what you attract. So obviously I attracted somebody who was trying to get over somebody too, and I didn't know that until later on. But like basically he wanted to link at the last minute, and he like was like, would you want to come like with me to walk my dog and go get sushi after and whatever? And like, bitch, y'all know I ain't walking nobody dog. Like, be for real. We talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not walking your dog. The fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that day something in me said just do it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Just go, you know? So then I end up going, and it ends up being really nice. And we had a lot of like talk, and like y'all know, people be venting to me unintentionally. So he ends up telling me, you know, about him getting out of a relationship. Me, I don't give a fuck. I'm still in my like smart woman mode. I'm not finna sit here and tell you how I just got out of one too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there listening to him thinking like, wow, we're going through the same shit. And it was just like really crazy, you know? And then I actually ended up getting on his motorcycle that night, and he like drove me home on his motorcycle, and like now I'm fucking on a motorcycle in the middle of Miami, all the fucking buildings around me and shit, lights in the middle of the night flying down the road. this is wonderful. This is an experience. I didn't go into this knowing this man had a motorcycle. The hell? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it was like we met like right down the street. So it was like I had no idea, and where we were at, it was like it's like an area where you can like have like your pets and shit with you, because where we sat at the sushi restaurant, we were sitting outside, and like his dog like sat there next to us, and it wasn't like an issue. They even had like doggy bowls and shit. Like Miami is very dog friendly, if you didn't know that. But yeah, so it ended up being a whole experience for me. I've been on a motorcycle before, but I was on a motorcycle with somebody I had no business being on a motorcycle on back then, like, you know what I mean? So this was a different type of motorcycle. This was like a real motorcycle, like, you know, the dangerous ones, and it was so fun. And like, yeah, like that would have never happened if I didn't give that opportunity like a chance, you know? And I just, in that moment, like I trusted myself in that moment. Like, yeah, fuck it, go. You don't usually do shit like this, but try it. You know what I mean? Why not? And it wasn't like it was somebody that I had just met. It was somebody that I had been talking to. So like, you know what I'm saying? Give yourself those spontaneous opportunities though, because you never know what could come from them. And like me and him had such a like spiritual connection. And like after he dropped me off, I remember texting him like, oh wow, tonight was such a good night. I really needed that. And he said some shit like, I was just a vessel sent to you from the universe. Like he actually texted that shit. Like really, like if I can find a screenshot, I'll put it on the fucking screen, you know? But yeah, like, so shit just be happening, you know? And you got to be open to the right opportunities. But I said the right opportunities. I still don't go for that last minute date shit, period. No, it's just not gonna work, you know what I mean? And this was technically last minute date, but the date energy wasn't really strong. It was more friend energy, special friend energy, you know? Like it could have been something, but it don't have to be at the same time energy. But when it comes to like serious dates and like shit like that, serious opportunities, like for you considering somebody being like your man, of course, follow the book, bitch. But have those open experiences. If you're inside a divine sugar baby or the Date Like a Goddess, I talk about several different opportunities when it just comes to dealing with men that can be beneficial to you and just make sense on your journey. So like this is the type of relationship that it would be outside of the typical traditional relationships that I teach you guys about. So I'm thinking of doing a Date Like a Goddess mastermind, because the Date Like a Goddess workshop is soon to be unavailable for purchase, because I'm teaching certain things on that level. And I'm also doing the workshop as freebies with coaching. It can be like a bonus with coaching. So I'm going to quit selling it individually soon. But and just really because I want to teach piece by piece, because there's so much shit to give a person at one time. It really is. And I had to realize that. But either way, okay. So the next one, make the most out of every opportunity. You should always be focused on having a good time. This is the answer to your fucking life, okay? Everywhere you go, everything you do, you should always be having a good time. Even if it's at a job you hate, you find something to be excited about. You find a way to be joyful about that specific thing, because that's what you have to do right now. You know what I'm saying? And like that's where a lot of people get caught up. But if you just try to find the fun in everything, try to find the joy in everything, like it's certain things or certain circumstances that I be iffy about. Like especially with me putting myself in new opportunities and like stepping outside my comfort zone and going places by myself more and like doing more things by myself and everything. And like I have to like, when I get into the thought of like, oh, what if, because you know, I'm still human, bitch. So like when I get in those thoughts, the first thing that like calms me down from those thoughts is you gonna have a good time regardless. I'm gonna have a fucking good time regardless. Like that's the one thing about me. It's this little video right here. I posted it on Instagram, but this is the perfect description of like me as a person. Like this is how I just be living life, just vibing the fuck away, just dancing in my head, even when I'm not physically dancing. Like, so it's like I'm always having a good time. And that's why everything always works out for me, because I have the energy of I'm gonna have a good time regardless, you know? So your focus should be every time you go on a date, every time you go out, every time you leave a house, every time you do anything, like I'm just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna make the best of this situation, whether it's amazing or it's fucking mid as fuck. I'm gonna have a great fucking time, you know? So if you focus on having a great fucking time, it'll change, you know, everything. And it helps you like really make the best of every opportunity, because that energy is gonna welcome the right energy when you're there, you know? And then lastly, have a carefree and adventurous attitude towards life. So if you just stop giving a fuck, I keep telling y'all to stop fucking caring so much. Like, Jesus, if you just stop giving a damn, right? So much will change. So much will change. You give too much of a fuck about shit that don't matter. If you really assess the situations that shift your moods throughout the day, in the moment versus allowing your first reaction to be your reaction versus instead of, okay, my initial reaction, I'm going to think about this shit before I react. This is really not that big of a fucking deal. 85% of things that happen are not that big of a fucking deal. And if you choose to disassociate from attaching yourself to everything that most would consider a big deal, you live a lot easier life. Like, it was a week, I want to say last month, where I had so much to do. Sorry, thought I was gonna sneeze. I had so much to do, so much to like handle. And it's like I thought of one thing, and then I thought of another thing, and then I thought of another thing, and I'm just finna have a moment where I was like, holy shit, this is crazy, right? But then I like snapped out of it and was like, bitch, it's no point in you tripping about all this shit you gotta handle when you know you gotta do it anyway. So just do the first thing, then do the second thing, then do the third thing. Like, it's really not a big deal. Like, you need to like make things that seem so large small, because majority of the time the emotions that you're allowing aren't even necessary. Like, you don't even need to exert that much damn energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like so many people just don't even realize like they're wasting their energy that can be put into things that help them grow and level up into shit that's really not even important. Shit they should really be careless about. You know what I'm saying? And referring back to the adventurous attitude, be open to shit. So many of y'all don't get the experiences that you want. Y'all know I have one of them fucking high-tech dryers that love to beep until you take the shit out, warm the clothes back up until you take the shit out. It's just one of that. So I'm sorry that keeps beeping. But y'all need to be open to more adventure, more opportunity. But you so damn scared. You so damn scared of letting go of the shit that's no longer good for you that you missing out on all the wonderful things waiting for you on the other side. Like, and if you're not open to the adventure, you're not open to the new experiences, you're not really open to leveling up. Because when you open yourself up to leveling up, everything that you really want is waiting for you, because it's already set. You wouldn't have the ideas and the thoughts of the things that you want unless you were meant to have them. And that's just the truth. You know, that's one thing I realized. I always realize it when I just get to scrolling through Facebook. I'm always going to have a Facebook because I do like to stay in connection with people that I went to high school with. And I have a Facebook group. But, like, I hate reading shit on Facebook. They are living in, like, 2002, bitch. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? It's a girl, and I'm not even trying to call her out, because, I mean, it ain't like that. It's just I screenshotted it. I was so disgusted with it. But she was basically saying how a man needs to be with her because she handles all this shit, and it was so aggressive. And it's like, bitch, that's not how you get a man. That's not how you get a man with some money that want to do something for you. Not with that energy, you know. So I see shit like that. Then I see the same bitches getting pregnant all the time. Then it's just so much shit, just so much low vibrational shit on Facebook, you know. And I just think about how unrelatable I am to them. And those are people that I once talked to like on a daily basis, you know. But how unrelatable, and how sad it was that like that's as big as they see life. You know what I'm saying? You don't see what the fuck is going on, like, you know. But that's how I can confirm for you that you wouldn't have the thoughts and the visions or even the ideas of the things that you want to create or do or have if it wasn't meant for you, you know. So yeah, bitch, just start being here for a good time, okay? You could be here for a good time and a long time, but regardless, you're going to have a good time every time, you know? So, yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Things have been so great in my life. This week is so exciting. Like, I have a lot going on this weekend. It'd be so funny. It's like every time I tell my performance coach something that I want to do, it's like I end up doing that shit like that weekend or the next weekend. So that's kind of crazy. But, like, I'm going to, like, Nikki Beach this weekend. I'm going to Playa this weekend. And I think we doing like a yacht day Saturday. I don't know. It's a busy weekend, bitch, you know, so we gonna see. And I'm just there for the vibes, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I guess I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. If you need me, you have any questions about coaching, you're trying to figure out what coaching is good for you, you're interested in the Level Up Mastermind, which starts on September 7th, whatever, hit me up on Instagram via DM, email me, or look for the link in the description box. See you tomorrow.